This is 5 Minutes to Change Your Life. My name's Joanne Mallon. I'm an author and coach. I love helping people to make wee changes that make a massive difference in their lives. Give me 5 minutes of your time today. Just might change your life. Hey, what about you? Now, today's guest is one of the few guests that I've actually met in person, and I can tell you that Eve Menezes Cunningham is just the nicest. She's got such a lovely energy about her. I would describe it as calm sunshine. Is that even a phrase? You know what I mean? She's just really positive, really upbeat, and in a lovely, warm way. And that's the kind of energy we want more of, don't we? So Eve is a trauma therapist, counsellor and coach. She's the author of a really inspirational book called 365 Ways to Feel Better. Got tons of ideas to help improve your well-being every day. So I'm going to link to that and to Eve's website, which is selfcarecoaching.net. And that has tons of free mind-body practices and other self-care resources, and I think you'll really enjoy that. So today Eve's talking about how we can use the breath and body language to improve how we're feeling easily right now. Here's Eve.
This is so simple. I hope you'll practice it every day, because the more we practice these things when we're feeling good, the more we make them habitual and routine, the more likely we are to remember them when we really need them. So this is basically working with the way we're wired. So 80% of the signals go between the body and the brain via the vagus nerve. So anytime we're wanting to feel calmer, more confident, happier, more focused, anytime we want to change our state in any way, shape or form, it's so much easier to move or breathe our way into that than it is to tell ourselves, be confident, be calm, be relaxed, anything like that. So to start with, make yourself as comfortable as you can. You can keep your eyes open or closed, whatever feels good for you. But we have our body and breath with us wherever we go. So you can do it standing up, you can do it sitting down, lying down. Just get a sense of how you feel comfortable and begin to notice what's happening with the breath. So there's no need to change what's happening with the breath initially. Just notice and get a sense of whether you're breathing from the top of the lungs, the middle of the lungs, or the lower lungs. My asking this may make you feel a bit tense because you're breathing 24/7. You probably don't normally think about it. The second you suddenly ask yourself, how am I breathing? Am I breathing right? You might worry a bit. So just give yourself a break around that. Know that the more you practice, the easier it will get. But once you've identified whether you're breathing more shallowly from the middle of the lungs or from the lower lungs, notice how it feels to deliberately deepen the breath. That's going to help you calm down. That's going to help you get more oxygen in. And then getting a sense of whether the in-breath is out longer than the out-breath, the inhalation longer than the exhalation, or if they're evenly balanced, or if the exhalation is longer than the inhalation. And again, if it feels good, deliberately lengthen that exhalation, not to a degree that feels unnatural. You might like to count, maybe in for 2 and out for 3 or 4. If that's too long, in for 1 and out for 2, or work with a ratio that works with your natural breath as much as possible. Just taking a few deeper breaths with that slightly longer exhalation, you're actually kickstarting the rest digest response. You're activating the parasympathetic branch of the autonomic nervous system. So this is something that we don't normally think about. Our breath is normally automatic, but the minute we do it deliberately, we're changing our whole physiology. We're changing the way we feel in a really powerful way, and with time and practice, retraining the nervous system. So Joanne's episode on August 15th talks about power posing, which is one way in which we can use the body expanding through the heart center, stepping into our power, standing there for 2 minutes or longer, helping to change our physiology, helping to reduce cortisol, so feeling less stressed while increasing testosterone, feeling more empowered. Another really simple thing to do is notice how you're sitting. I'm recording this a little bit hunched over, which essentially is telling my brain, be small, be on the lookout for predators. So that is sending signals of not being empowered, of potentially being afraid. Whereas if I lengthen through the spine, if I sit tall, if I stand tall, if I expand through the heart center, allow the shoulder blades to drop, it immediately, again, those signals through the vagus nerve are ones of ease, of confidence, of empowerment. So notice your natural posture and get into the habit of noticing. You might be washing up, you might be walking, you might be sitting down, you might be watching TV, whatever it is, just maybe set an alarm on your phone for a few times a day. Notice how it feels to check in with yourself really gently, in a friendly way. This isn't about beating yourself up. This is just about retraining new, healthier habits.